Who's got it better than LeBron? Seriously, who's got it better than LeBron? He's got 4 championships, which he got 4 MVPs. He's en route to possibly becoming the all-time leading scorer in NBA history. He may be ending up like the first player to have 40,000 points, 10,000 rebounds, 10,000 assists. He's got all the statistical accolades in his career. He's got all the awards. He's got titles. Who's got it better than Bron? The Lakers are bad. The Lakers are bad. The Lakers are old. The Lakers are old. The Lakers can't defend on the perimeter. They can't defend on the perimeter. Anthony Davis is hurt. Again, he is what he is and what he's always been. A couple of years ago in the bubble, he showed a quick flash of what people believed that he could be and always wanted him to be. He's not going to be that. He's just not built for it. And the reason why he was able to do that a couple of years ago is simply because of the fact that with the bubble, both him and LeBron had 4 months off to rest their bodies. So they came back in great position to stay healthy for that stretch run. Okay. COVID. Thank you, COVID, right? That's what they're saying. Anyway, why is Anthony Davis always hurt? Because Anthony Davis is 6'11". He's a big. I mean, realistically, his skill set is that of a tall, small forward. But he's a big. In any other era, he'd be a big. And he's trying to play like a guard because, you know, in high school, he was a point guard. Then he had a crazy growth spurt. So he's got guard skills, but his body isn't guard sized anymore. And he's trying to move that way. And it's stressing his joints in ways that they should not be stressed from a guy that size. And that's causing all these injuries. Okay, here's an analogy. David Robinson, the Admiral, one of the all-time great, probably top 10 big men in NBA history. Now, this is a guy who started college at the Naval Academy as a 6'3" point guard, had a freak growth spurt, ended up being 7'1". Why are the same injuries not befalling him during his career that aren't befalling Anthony Davis? Because although David Robinson had guard skills from being one, he learned how to play like a big, and that, believe it or not, helped his body to last longer and not break down because he was not stressing his joints in ways that they're not supposed to be stressed at that size. Anthony Davis can't figure that out, nor can the modern NBA. That's why you see all these bigs having all these injuries. Okay. Now, back to the Lakers. Russell Westbrook isn't helping the Lakers to be any better. Gee, who didn't see that coming? I know I said that wasn't going to work. See, here's my I told you so side again. I know I said that wasn't going to be a good fit. I know I said all that. Okay. LeBron James put this team together. We're not going to blame anyone else because we know that he's the guy who pulls the strings. He's the puppet master. He says, I want this guy. I want that guy. Nobody's going to tell LeBron no. They're not going to rein him in. They're not going to try to check his power, right? They're not going to do that because he holds the power. He can get coaches fired. He can make a lot of moves. And let's be real. He is the puppet master. He lines them up because he has to have guys that he believes will help him win and can take the blame if he loses, and guys that he can manipulate in how they play. The problem is he can't manipulate how Russell Westbrook plays because Russell Westbrook can only play one way. So I knew this wasn't going to fit. I knew this wasn't going to help. I mean, for a guy whose basketball acumen is so lauded, what did he see in Russell Westbrook that he believed would increase his chances of winning a championship? I'll wait. Okay. So we knew this wasn't going to work. At least I did. Anyway, here's the thing about LeBron. This is why I asked at the beginning of this segment, who's got it better than Bron? He always somehow has an excuse. Let's look at it this year. Age. He's in year 19. What are we supposed to do with that? He's in year 19. We've never seen a player play at this high level this late into his career. And what do you expect? Father Time is undefeated. Okay. He's had injuries this year. We see that. Okay. But if things somehow go well, guess what's going to happen? He's going to get all the credit. We know that, right? The other guys, as always, Anthony Davis, I'm sure if you pay any attention to the NBA media, the Lakers media, the talking heads, and myself among them, right? Anthony Davis takes a lot of the fire for being hurt and not being able to be what he was expected to be. I didn't expect him to be this with the Lakers, but he's taking it now, right? We see, obviously, I just mentioned Russell Westbrook not fitting. He's going to take the fire, right? Okay. So these guys are in perfect position to be scapegoats, even though LeBron is the guy who wanted them here, traded away a very good and young nucleus to bring those guys here. Now, in his defense, he got a championship out of it. Wouldn't have got it if not for the bubble, but that's a different story. Anyway, he got a championship out of it, so he gets the credit for that. He got a Finals MVP, and of course, he gets the credit for, you know, the machinations that brought Anthony Davis to the Los Angeles Lakers. Okay, now somehow we can also admit the Lakers are still in sixth place in the West. I don't know if that speaks to the, or if it speaks to the Lakers not quite being as bad as we think. I think they're pretty bad, but I'm not sure. So we will see. And what do you want to bet that if the Lakers make the playoffs, and even if they win a series, right? Well, not if they win a series, but if they make the playoffs, you're going to see LeBron getting some MVP votes for the quote unquote miraculous job that he will have done just for dragging this team to the playoffs. I guarantee it. You will see it happen.